Good evening, adventurers. Happy Friday. Welcome back to Aquarium Adventures Fishy Business number 5479 or summit. Hopefully you can hear me and see me and my new co-host in the background there, who will be joining us for the foreseeable until he learns his lesson and stops killing his tanks mates. Yes, we're back. It's another Friday night. We have an evening of drinking, random thoughts and comments, some quizzing, some prizes to be had, and some irreverent chat. Let's go with that. You may have heard the psst of the can being cracked open. Tonight we are starting with a new one for me. This is the Turning Point Brewery called the Shapeshifter. A hop-changing New England IPA. Nectaron Amarillo Simcoe. Don't know what any of those things mean, but hey, it's a nice can. So that's what we're starting with, and it's not see-through, so that's a good start. I'm holding that straight, but it looks like it's on a slant. That's weird. Camera's squint. Anyway, how is everyone? We go back as far as I can see, and we've got Hans Hartman is in. Hiya, Hans. Hi from Sweden. Hi from Sheffield. Stuart's here from a wet and cold Wolverhampton. It's been a lovely, dry and crisp day here in Sheffield today. I got Stuart sent me a little care package of a little, what's the word I'm looking for? When one's reading a book and can't be bothered to finish it, they put it away and they put I want to say page saver, but that's not the word. Right, I'm going to down tools until I remember the word. This is a brain training exercise. Bookmark, there we go. Sent me a lovely bookmark. Thank you, Stuart. Brian's in, just windy here in Northumberland. Stevie P, hello. Stuart Laker, all good, all good. You can hear me and see me. Excellent, that's what we want. Brian says, hiya, Brian. Yes, for those of you who are new here, if this is your first time, this is Brian. Brian is in his new accommodation. I did do a short on this the other day, but essentially, Brian is the reason Megatank 2 exists. Well, Brian and June from Only Owls is the reason Megatank 2 exists, because he has a slightly murderous tinge. So he was killing anything in Megatank that was bigger than a silver dollar. So we've moved him by building a Megatank to move the discus that were in this tank so he can go in this tank, and it's a bit of a timeout. And he's already... I'm kind of enjoying having him here, but I don't know how the long term this could be, because the tank itself, it's a 5-foot tank and he's like 1.5 feet. So there is plenty of space in there for him to turn around and move, but yeah, it's not the biggest tank in the world. It's not huge. You can't go for a big long swim. But I've tried to create it in such a way that this stuff here in the middle is actually, it's quite a deep tank. I think it's 2.5 feet front to back. So I've created a space at the back so he can go and hide. Because I have noticed that when he gets upset with me, like when I try and do water changes on Megatank, or if I feed him something here that displeases him, he will go and hide. So he's got a space back there. He can go and hide behind those plants, or he can go and hide behind those bits of wood, and he has done that every now and again. But we seem to be getting on okay until I do things like this, which he takes an instant dislike to. So I'll stop doing this. Maybe you stop killing things. So he's going to hang out in here for a while, see if he learns his lesson. He's not going to learn his lesson, is he? But it is what it is. Bookmark, that's the word. Yes, thank you. Al Styles, or is that AI Styles? I don't know. I got my wild cross-red covers attaching to mum and dad, so I'm happy. Excellent. I'll decipher that for non-discus keepers. He's talking about discus there, I imagine. Red covers is a strain of discus. Wilds isn't a strain of discus, but if they're wild types crossed with red covers, that's what you should say. They've had babies that have attached to mum and dad, so they're free swimming and they've attached to mum and dad, so that's excellent. That's a very good stage to be at. No one puts Brian in the corner. I put Brian in the corner. I put Brian wherever I damn well please. Lee from Bolton, how we doing? Mandy's in. Well, hello. Hello yourself. It's Fishy is here. Hello, Andrew. You've been in the wars. Hope you're keeping well. Hi, Mandy. Hope you didn't see the advert I dedicated to you on Discord. Oh, I've not been on Discord for a while. I should check that. Did you see the family crest? I did. Sorry, I thought I thanked you for that last week. You send me so much stuff. I mean, I'm not complaining. Thank you very much for that as well. Time for Mega Tank 3. Do you know what? I was thinking that. I have main Mega Tank. And I've got Mega Tank 2 for the Discus, which I cannot overestimate. Still not quite regained the power of speech from last week. I cannot overemphasize, there's the word, how pleased I am with Mega Tank 2. I think the lights are making it. The next update you see on this, now that it's cleared up, and now that I've been playing around with the lights on there, I've never seen a tank look so good. So I'm happy that it's gone down well with the public. I'm happy that it's gone down well with viewers. The majority of comments on that video overwhelmingly have been very positive, so that has been good. But even more, that last video was more about the build rather than about the enjoyment of the fish and the aquascape and everything. It was more about, I have plants, I have stuff, I have this, it's that side. I kind of want to make like a 2-hour just look at that tank, freaking awesome. Because the colours, everything, it's just fantastic. I'm loving it. The video is obviously doing quite well because I've reached a new audience of people who have obviously never been on the channel. It's quite a strange transitional period that I'm now, for the first time ever, I suppose, I'm starting to get comments. How do I explain this? The majority of my journey on YouTube the comments have been directed to me. It's likely one of you have left me a comment saying, "Oh, well done, great job, like that, Graham," or "Oh, don't like you, Graham, you're an idiot, boo, down with Graham," or whatever it might be. They've always been quite personal. And you know, sometimes if you check out the comments on like a big YouTuber, not that I'm a big YouTuber, but this is the line that I'm getting there, is comments not directed to me or anyone else, they're just comments in general. Like, one of them was, "I hate when these YouTubers build these big tanks and they don't finish them properly." I was like, "You cheeky fucker, in fact, no, I'm not going to reply to that." Another one was, yeah, where it's like they're not directed at me. It's as if I'm irrelevant. I have just produced some content and someone is critiquing it without realising that I'm a person that's sitting there behind it reading it. It's very strange. It's interesting. But yes, I'm having lots of comments from new people saying that. So I think I cheekily titled the video or titled the thumbnail, "The biggest discus tank in the world," with an asterisk made from liquid rubber in Sheffield. Maybe, or something like that. And there was a few comments going, "This arrogant bastard thinks he's made the biggest discus tank in the world, and he clearly hasn't, because this one's bigger." I thought, okay, so people aren't getting the joke sometimes, which was funny as well. So yeah, lots of good comments. So that was definitely nice. But lots of, "Oh, you haven't finished this. Oh, why haven't you done this? You should finish the wood." I feel it's very much missing the point of Mega Tank 2. It's the inside of it that should be the focus of attention, not how well the wood is finished on the outside. But hey, each to their own. So that it was interesting, but all I wanted to say was it's fantastic. I just love everything about it now. Mega Tank 3, I don't know if we can have a Mega Tank 3 because I don't know exactly where we could put a Mega Tank 3. But thinking about it, now this tank here, like I say, it is 5 foot, but there's like 18 inches up until that one, and there's probably another 2 foot there. That if I reorganised my desk and working area, I could maybe get like an 8 foot in there. I was thinking of putting my racking here and having like all these tanks and more on racks, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Right. Fish Fam Link has been asked for some stats and has said we have currently 29 viewers, but only 8 likes. What on earth? I'm going to change that immediately. Stuart. I want to say Treblecock, but that sounds rude, so I'm not sure if that's right. We'll just call you Stuart. Hello, Stuart. I'm waiting for the quiz to decide. I'm waiting for the quiz to decide what to hit. What do you mean by that? My hate comments on your videos always get auto-filtered. I don't mind hate comments. I filter very few things on my channel. There's a few that don't get through. Like if they're really nasty, if it's really nasty about me, that kind of it makes me laugh more often than not. It's the innocuous ones that wind me up more than anything. I mean, they've obviously touched a raw nerve, and I'm like, they've got a point, but I hate the fact that they pointed it out, so I don't want to enjoy this. It's a double quiz tonight to make up for none from me tomorrow. Oh dear. Like he only fell over. Surely your fingers still work. King of empathy. Lisa, how we doing? The new mascot, the murder mascot, yes. I do like the way, I mean, he's got no other way of doing this. I was going to say, I like the way he always seems to be giving me side eye. His eyes are on the side of his head, so, you know, it's hard not to give me side eye, but he always looks suspicious. Every time I look at I've been working away this week, so he's been in here for a couple of days, and I've been working away, and every time I turn around, he's like swimming, and he doesn't go like that, but it feels like he's very much going, Stephen's also skipping tonight, so I think I should do 3 quizzes. Oh, I'm not sure I've got it in me, but, you know. Live quizzing, could we do that? Probably. Andre Scott says, I have a 15G, 15 gallon, all in one tank, and I like to put bettas and an apistogramma in it with live plants. That's all the room I have in my apartment. I've gone to set for them, can you help me with this? It's all the room I have, what? I gone to set it for them, can you help me with this? So I'm going to extrapolate from that. You have a 15 gallon tank and you would like to put bettas and an apistogramma in it with live plants. It's all the room I have in my apartment, i.e. so you can only have the one tank. Okay, I've gone to set it for them. I've gone to get it for them? No, S isn't anywhere near G. Don't know what the last bit means, but I would caution that. So bettas, plural, not a winning combination unless it's a much bigger tank and all the bettas are females. So with bettas you can have multiple bettas. If you have females, it's usually referred to as a sorority. That's an easy word to say. A sorority. But even with limited space, that tends to be a bit problematic as well, and they get a little bit killy and murdery. But if you just wanted one betta and it was a male betta, yep, that would probably be fine. And an apistogramma. Some apistogrammas, in my experience, have been quite territorial and quite territorial and aggressive is probably the word. And some bettas can often be territorial and aggressive. So that's a combination that might not do very well. Live plants, great idea. That will help split up the tank and give things a bit more space and a bit of breaking of sightlines and everything, but I would caution that without an easy, oh shit, that didn't work, let's move them somewhere else. Because it's probably got a high chance of not working. So best of luck. Jonathan North, a question about liquid rubber. This is in my wheelhouse. Okay. How good does silicone stick to it? I'm planning a large tank build as I can't get through the door and I'm researching a DIY build or an on-site glass build. It is a very good question, a very good option to think of things when you can't get tanks into your desired location. You have to build on site. So a lot of the UK builders, and I'm sure this is the same worldwide, will offer a service where you pick your tank and they will come and build it on site. It tends to be a bit more expensive because it's a bit more inconvenient for the tank manufacturer, but certainly an option. The DIY option, which is why I have mega tanks, because I couldn't get tanks this size into here, so build them in place. How good does silicon stick to it? Just fine. The way it works with liquid rubber, at least, is silicon sticks to it. It does not stick to silicon. So once you've applied your liquid rubber and let it cure, you can then silicone on top of it. What you can't do is silicon and then paint liquid rubber on top of it, because it will never cure properly. But yes, obviously I've had silicon in the glass. I don't know why I'm pointing at that one. It's over there and over there. Obviously I've used silicon to seal the glass to the aquarium and then to do the sealing around the glass inside the aquarium. So that is silicon on top of liquid rubber, and it's been fine. None of the problems I've had with liquid rubber or with my mega tank builds. So this one, touch wood, has been fine so far, but it's only a couple of months old. The other one, all the leaky problems I had with that weren't to do with the silicon, so that was never a problem. So it should be good. A mega guppy tank sounds fantastic. Well, one of the things I'm thinking of doing with Mega Tank 2 is buying a lot of small fish. So I used to, when I very first started keeping keeping discus rather, I used to keep one with rummy nose tetras, which was one of the things I really loved because they were really good at schooling. So they would give you a big cloud of fish moving as one. So I think that would look good in a really big tank if I could get like 100 of them. I'm sure 100 of them would just get lost, but it's one of the things I'm thinking of. Pardon me. Rather than buying more discus, is getting different smaller fish in there and having it as more as a bigger community. Because when I'm not filming and I'm just enjoying it, the discus do come out quite a lot and are using the space. There's 20 fish, 20 discus in there. That is a big number of discus. It just doesn't look like it. I'm sure you could knock a wall down in the basement. Isn't there a void? Yeah, I could, but my DIY skills don't stretch to wall removal. I'm sure some of this is structural. I don't know. But yes, other side of this wall is a void. Other side of this wall is a void. Reboot Mega Tank 1. You know what to do. You've basically had a full turnover of fish. Take it apart and use the parts for the ultimate Mega Tank. That is an idea that I have had. So Mega Tank 1 is 8 foot long, and then I have a 2 foot gap, and then I have a rack of tanks, which is another 2 foot. So that could be a 12 foot by 4 foot by 3 foot tank. But we don't need to think about that. We've just finished one. Let me enjoy this for a while. Apple Gal says, I just finished maintenance and cleaning my 5-gallon betta tank. Georgie is one happy fishy. Excellent. I really like the hose holders. That was a Canadian insult coming my way. You hoser. I like the hose holders you made. They're kind of better than suction cups anyway. I kind of want some for my CO2 tank. Well, I could print some smaller versions for CO2 stuff as well. But it was a necessity because the suction cups don't really work in the liquid rubber ones. Stuart Treblecock, we're going with that, says, that's my name, Treblecock. There. Okay, we'll go with it then. Brian believes you should sit still and quit flailing your arms around. Brian isn't getting a say on what I do. I'm being fed up being pushed around by Brian. When you stop killing things, you get to dictate what happens. As you can see, I have tried to, I've not planted the tank, but I have put some plants in there. Over here, there was a bit of a Java fern forest. Turns out Brian's quite partial to some Java fern. So we're learning about each other and how we get on with each other. Soon going to clean my own tank or apartment. Yes, quite right. Andrew says he's banned from climbing the ladder into the studio. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, just move the studio, surely. Yeah, as Mandy says, sounds like it's time to move the build downstairs. Nabo made it to the followed breadcrumbs, made it to the stream for once. Welcome, nice to see you. Branton, think the heavens this week has been rough. It's been a bit of a week for me as well here, but thankfully we're over with it. Pardon me. And I'm off next week. I don't have to go to work for a week. Brilliant. Right, we're about 10 minutes away from doing the quiz, and what is it Lisa likes to say? The scanny clicky thing. There you go, there's a scanny clicky thing for you, Lisa. And for those of you who are more sophisticated and like to see a link, here is the link to the quiz. This is the into the chat. This is the final week, so this is the decider. So we need to have a quick look at spreadsheets before Tommy arrives and gets upset about spreadsheets. And see how the standings are for the quiz this week. We are in March. So, remember there was a 3-point gap at the top between Zenny and Adam. So it's really all on them unless they heroically cock up on the betting questions and lose all their points and someone else scores 3,000. That's what we're playing for here. Everyone else is playing for fun. And playing for fun can be fun. Oh, you're not allowed to see that. So we'll kick the quiz off in about 10 minutes or so. Let me see if I can crack on through. Pardon me. Mandy says, Apistos, especially females, often get even more aggressive when breeding if they feel threatened. So they get real murdery. They do indeed. Very aggressive. Anyone know what that film is? Yeah, an extra 1 point added to your score if you do. Matt, evening all. Megatank 2 looks amazing, Graham. And good to see Brian looking so happy. Brian is decidedly grumpy. But hey, he can't kill anyone, so that's the main thing. Pardon me. I've still got a little bit of a cough left over from last week. Can we see a live shot of Mega Super Discus Tank? I wonder if we can. We probably can. Let me figure out how to do that. So I'll need to turn the lights on. So the lights, I think I mentioned in the video, they were provided by Fluval. They're the new Fluval 4.0 lights. And the light they produce is fantastic. But my God, really complicated to turn on and off again. Pardon me. So you get this. I'm still trying to kind of figure it out properly. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? So that's the 4 lights. I've inventively called them Fluval Plant 4.0-1-2-3-4. But there's a thing here saying, oh, you can group them. And if you press the group button, it says, you can't group lights, you idiot. The individual lights cannot be grouped. Well, what? I don't understand that. How do you make a group of anything other than individuals? So the amount of dick about ability is fantastic, even just in the automatic modes of when things go off and what colours there are and that kind of stuff. Never mind the pro modes. Loads to configure. Anything you can think of as an option. But yeah, then you can just turn them off 100%, whatever. So 1, 2, So I've yet to set up, like, I don't know, Alexa or something to say, turn on all the fish tank lights, so as I can do it a little bit easier, because this is a bit of a palaver. Now, it doesn't matter when you've set all your schedules and stuff, it just kind of happens. But to go through them all individually, I think this would qualify as a faff. But the quality of the light that comes out of them, I'm very impressed. These are probably the most expensive lights I've ever had. And I've probably been the guy that's been in that camp of, light's a light, as long as light comes out of it, what more can you ask for? But I've just turned them off. I've just turned them all on to default for the moment. But the difference in lights from, what am I trying to say? Changing some of the settings, I can see the colours of the plants and the fish pop so much more and change so much more, depending on how I do it. It's really something else. Right. So I have to go into Droid Cam to see if I can get this working. So there's some faffing about here. Sorry. Blame Nabo, everybody. Let me see if I can... Okay. Studio mode. Change this one to that one. Oh, that worked quite well, actually. Right, here we go. We will... There you go. Oh, that's the first question. Can't show you that. We will go and have a look at Mega Tank. So I'm going to assume you can just hear me. This is just the default light, but even this I think looks really good. As you can see, it's cleared up loads. I just really like this. All the fish have been sold. Here's the discus have all congregated down here. They've all been asleep. The lights have just come on. They're a bit like, oh, what's going on? But they have been patrolling, going the full length of the tank, checking stuff out. Today, it's been spawning day for the Corridoras. So again, we've got like 20 or 30 of these Sterbai Corridoras in here. When I finally put all them in, today they've just gone mad. There's been eggs galore all over the glass. But I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but the colours of these fish in real life are just popping ridiculously. Black ghost knife fish hanging about down there, destroying something, no doubt. But there you go, as you can see, all nice and clear. Looking good. Grumpy, grumpy. And we're back. So now I have to switch them all off again. So I'll do that while we quiz. I shall do that. So yeah, I'd love to get a big school of something in there. I'm also thinking about adding some angels. I was thinking of getting some altums or some false altums, because I've found some of them on a list that was quite cheap, which I think would look good in there. So that's doing quite well. I still have to watch the video, but is Snakehead and friends in the Mega Tank proper now? Not yet. So all I've done is move Brian out of Mega Tank proper. I've moved the Oscar back into Mega Tank, who's happy enough in there. But the Snakehead, I think, probably could go in, but I might give him another couple of months in the tank that I've just taken the Oscar out of to do a little bit more growing. And then we'll get them all moved around. How's the spine issue with the Snakehead? Seems to be, if not fixed, I can probably still see it, but it's very much improved. It's very much not noticeable. 12 foot with rummy nose sounds good. It does, indeed. Kano80, congrats on Mega Tank 2. Looks amazing. Thank you. Missed the start again, please. Hi, Mal. No. The Aquatic News Network, hello there. I was just talking about you. You might have just missed my spreadsheeting. I may not make the quiz. I'm working on a GFK podcast that well needed for me to do. Oh, okay, no problem. Hi, Mal. Too late, you summoned me. Yeah, you must have seen that then. Close to the top, I'm just going to relax and enjoy a pressure-free week for once. Nice one, juggler. Right, 12. Let's get busy, shall we? Are you supposed to daisy chain the lights? I don't know of a way to daisy chain. Well, I've more playing around to do, but it just seems crazy to me that there's a group option that doesn't let you group things. So there's some more faffing about to do before I say this, because I spend a lot of time with lots of products going, this is stupid, why doesn't this work? And then 3 weeks later I go, it's a picnic. It's not the problem of the thing. A picnic, for those of you, is an IT term for problem in computer. Problem in chair, not in computer. Picnic. So I'm the problem rather than the thing being the problem. Dickaboutability. Yes, everything has a time of a bit of dickaboutability. Do you need to select more than one to group? Possibly. Yeah, like I say, it could be my fault. Or call Fluville and ask them. Indeed. Right, we have 18 of you in the quiz. Post the link once more. We will start it in a minute or two. I had to go pee. What lights are they? They're the Fluville Plant 4.0. They're really good. I tried to download the new Fluville app, but it states it's not ready, as you can put older Aquasky in them. Yeah, well, this is the new Fluville Connect, I think it's called. Yeah, Fluville Connect. Yeah, works for me. And you can attach your old version, so this is a Fluville Marine on this tank, and then I've got Aquaskys dotted around the place as well, and I can add all them into it as well. Right. You woke them all up. How rude, indeed. I hope you have 300 Corridors soon. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that all the other fish follow them round when they lay eggs, eating said eggs, I probably would. But I'm hopeful that some will make it through. So I definitely, even in this tank, there were definitely babies making it. Not the yield you would get if you were dedicating a tank to breeding cories, but still, some are going to make it, and I'm hoping in a bigger tank, more are going to make it. One of the experiments I want to do is, I talked about the tanks underneath becoming breeding tanks, but I also want to see what happens in the tank. Because it's a 12-foot aquarium, there's lots of opportunities for them to make their own areas, and so when they lay eggs in this tank, for instance, 2 will take over this corner and they'll lay some eggs and they'll chase the others away, and the others will be over there going, oh, for God's sake, can't go anywhere in this bloody place because of these 2. In a 12-foot tank, they still got another 10 foot to play with. So natural pairing and breeding might occur. So that would be good to see. But I do also want to maybe get a couple of pairs. I might buy some established pairs and breed them and use that to stock the tank as well. I don't know. All these things, just thinking about it. Elaine's just made it home in time. Nice to see you. The tank's amazing. Thank you very much, Brian. They look the business. They do. I'm so jealous. Good. That's why I'm doing it. Romino's Cardinals, a true Amazon tank. Yeah, I don't know about Cardinals, as much as I like them. We'll see. Roseline sharks, torpedo barbs and things like that. Yeah, maybe. A pile of clown loaches. I do like clown loaches. So yeah, maybe. That's the thing. Lots of things. There's lots of things that are in theory compatible with discus in terms of temperature and things like that. You wouldn't normally keep them in a tank together because there's too similar in terms of size, or too similar in terms of boisterousness, or whatever it is. But in a tank that size, you can maybe get away with it. So there's lots of experiments keep popping into my head going, oh, I wonder if I could keep, oh yeah, I could do that. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. So there's lots of that going on. Now that it's done, is there anything you wish you did better? Not yet. The one thing that I have been thinking about was, obviously this started off, it was going to be sumped, and I'm not going to lie, the fact that I can see the intakes and outtakes of the filters in there, my eye is drawn to them and a bit like, meh. But there would still be overflows and stuff even if I had a sump, so there is that. I'm still using aquarium heaters, but I've been sent one big massive F-off heater. I've got an 800 watt heater that I've been sent, which I'll be able to hide quite easily, so that'll help. So there'll be a video on that soon. But in terms of anything I wish I'd done better, not yet. Everything's kind of gone to plan. And I think that was the main thing, was planning that out and doing it all in the 3D software to make sure everything fitted and looked right. And then building from that plan worked. Yeah, it was good. So if anybody wants a DIY tank, I'm your man. Very reasonable rates. 200 cardinal tetras. Yeah, well, that's kind of thinking like in the hundreds of rummy noses rather than cardinals, just because I want to see something that groups so well together. Right, I need to get... are the lights the base version or pro? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's these. What are these? I wasn't aware there was a base version and a pro version. I hope these are pro, because they're about 250 quid each if I want to buy them. I don't see the word pro anywhere. But yeah, Fluval Plant 4.0. It's them. If you get nooks and crannies in the rocks, then natural safe spaces for fry. Yep, lots of plants, especially when it grows in and starts to grow in a bit. There'll be lots of places for fry to hide. Unless the ghost knife does ghost knife things in the dark. The ghost knife does do ghost knife things. Thankfully, I always refer to him as Ghost Knife, destroyer of aquascapes. Thankfully, he hasn't destroyed anything yet, and he seems quite happy with it as well. I see him zooming about quite a lot, which is nice. Don't clown loaches attach to discus mucus from time to time? I've not heard of clown loaches doing that. I have heard of plecos and things like that doing that every now and again, but it's very rare. Do you want angels? I know someone who's desperate to sell some. Well, I was thinking about angels. What was it? I was thinking of getting Altum angels, because, you know, I'm a bit fancy. But there's a specific strain of angels that's basically known as the poor man's Altums, and I've immediately forgotten what they're called. Let me find them. So I've got them on my list for like 35, 40 quid each, two different types of Altums from different places. Or there's the Santa Isabel, that's it, Santa Isabel angelfish, which is the Scalari, but it's like a really long Scalari, and they're often called the poor man's angels, poor man's Altums, and I can get them for like 15 quid each, so getting a big group of them would be a lot better on the wallet. But yeah, maybe. If you want to get rid of some angels, I can definitely accommodate some. Right, I've been threatening it for a while. Let's get on with the quiz. Oh, I have disappeared. Where am I? Here I am. Right, everyone get in. We have 21 players. We'll start the countdown very shortly. Let me just... I've just seen jugglers. You planned the stand, just not the tanks. I planned the tanks to go on it. I just measured them wrong. Or didn't measure them, as the case may be. Jackson, hello. How we doing? Mega Tank 2. Well, you should have got in earlier. You've just seen a wee sneak peek of it. It's doing well, yes. Right, are we about ready to start going? We'll start the playback. Good luck, everybody. 15 zebra plecos would look cool in there, they would, yeah. Like I say, if anybody wants to donate to any fish or money to buy some fish, I'm more than happy to take your contributions. Right, we're off. Question number 1. What does someone who studied radiology do? Repair and maintain communication devices, diagnose and treat conditions based on medical images, decrypt messages from opposing military forces, or measure earthquake strengths. Remember, all eyes on Zenny and Adam on this one. It's a two-way battle. Neither of which works for me because none of them live here, so it's going to cost me a fortune to send them anything, but there you go. We have all but 2 people going for diagnose and treat conditions based on medical images, and that is the correct answer. Well done, everyone. Who was fastest? Coop Stackhouse. Straight in there with 81 points. Jack Tank, Mona Lee, Juggler, Aero 404, False Inspector in 7th, and Mandy in 18th so far. But not many points separating them. Question number 2. What movie poster features this iconic image of a bicycle flying across a full moon? Is it Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Explorers, or Flight of the Navigator? What do we think? 100% going for E.T., so this is about the fastest finger, because that is, E.T. is correct. 92 for Jack, well done. Beer number 2. Another new one, we just pause for a beer show. This is the Flax IPA. Citrus and pine. Oh, I didn't realise it was pine. Don't always like that. Question number 3. What part of the building is this sign directing people towards? The exit, the bathroom, the cash point, or the bar? For those of you who can't read, it says Banos or Banos. B-A-N-O with a squiggly line above it, S. Juggler says toilets. There's never a bath in there. Oh, oh, what's happened? We've got a bit of a split on that one. 5 for exit, 13 for bathroom, 1 cash point, and 4 for bar. Correct answer is bathroom, or bog, or toilet, or pisser. Zenny's moved up to 7th. Where's Adam gone? Oh, he's up to 1st. Joint 1st with Coop Tank House. Question number 4. In what European language does this word mean forbidden? The word is verboten. Is it Latvian, Dutch, Finnish, or German? That beer's not the nicest. In what European language does verboten mean forbidden? JT thinks it's German. Play the quiz, man. Don't answer in the chat. 17 other people think it's German. 17 other people are correct because it is. Katie missing that one. Error 404. Smelly Emmy. SGH. Question number 5. Which sea creature has a rounded dorsal fin often protruding above the water when swimming? A dolphin, a shark, a sperm whale, or a swordfish? There's also a picture of a dolphin there for anybody that was unsure. Mandy went with the picture. Is definitely wrong. Or are you? Because it is dolphin. So, false inspector, who is Adam, 409 points after 5 questions. That's an impressive score. And Mandy is in 4th place, I think that was, with 377 points. So like 30 something, quick maths, behind. Question 6. Which of these teams is the last Canadian team remaining in the Major League Baseball? Which of these teams is the last Canadian team remaining in Major League Baseball? Is it the Toronto Blue Jays, the Montreal Expos, the Calgary Cannons, or the Vancouver Canadians? Sports ball question for y'all. Oh, 12 Blue Jays, 2 Expos, 5 Cannons, and 4 Canadians. Friggin' sports ball, says Mandy. Expos had the best hats. This is one of these questions I've written and means nothing to me. The answer is the Blue Jays. Back in 1977, when the Toronto Blue Jays were founded, they did not play in the Sky Dome. They won their opening day game during a snowstorm at their former home. Wow. Sorry. Well, Mandy and Adam both getting that one correct. Question number 7. In which country do cherry blossom trees traditionally signify the beginning of spring? So, remember, sometimes we have some random sports ball questions, sometimes we have current events, like it being spring. It might be handy to know that it's also Mother's Day this Sunday in this country. That might come in useful later, I don't know. Wow, 100% going for Japan. Well done, everyone. So the scores remain the same. 35 points separating them at the moment. Other people are playing too. Question number 8. Which of these spring flowers is considered the national flower of Wales? Is it the daffodil, the iris, the primrose, or the tulip? Jack, we will be looking for the correct answer from you after the timer runs out. Because, you know, you're the only Welsh Dutchman I know. Right, timer's run out. Jack, JT, what do you think? Not moving on until he answers. Well, we can move on to see what everyone else thought. 15 people thought it was daffodil, 2 people thought it was iris, 6 primroses, and 1 tulip. Are the masses correct? Jack's gone to bed. The masses are correct. It is the daffodil. Oh, both of them got it wrong. False Inspector drops the 3rd. Zany McGinger drops the 6th. Question number 9. What colour is TV mum Marge Simpson's hair? This is a mum question for Mother's Day. Is it blue, green, red, or yellow? What do we think? One person thinks it's yellow. I'm going to have a look and see who this one person is that's never seen the Simpsons. It's Jack Tank, who has never seen the Simpsons, because of course it's blue. Mark Powell says, I'm sorry I'm late. It's quite alright. There is no tardy marks or anything, but welcome. Question 10 is your first gambling question of the night. Remember, you don't have to gamble, but if you don't, you can't win anything, but you also can't lose anything. What a dilemma. Question number 10. You'd be an April fool not to bet on this. There's your cryptic clue. Jack Tank, I saw Lisa and forgot to read the question. You were going for speed over reading. What mineral shines bright with the nickname Fool's Gold? Is it brimstone, calcite, pyrite, or zinc? Mandy thinks she knows this one. Brian, not so much. Right. Which one is it? Brimstone, calcite, pyrite, or zinc? We've got 4 for brimstone, 1 for calcite, 2 zincs, and 16 smug correct people going for pyrite. What's that done to the scores? Wow. Juggler just making a point and getting into first place. Second is False Inspector, and third is Mandy's McZenny. That's not what it says there, but you know what I mean. So halfway through, less than 100 points between the two of them. Lisa was hoping that not as many people knew that as they did. We can't always get there. And now almost 200. You're not almost 200 behind. You're less than 100 behind. Question number 11. What type of fish is Brian? Is he a Trichopodus leari, an Ophorathug gigantus, a Trichogaster lalius, or an Osphomeriminus gourami? Easy for me to say. I'm going to go with, what type of fish is Brian? Brian, behind me. A, B, C, or D? Balls. Glad this wasn't the gambling one, says Lisa. What type of fish was Brian? So 6 people said Osphorothug gigantus. I made that up. I'm glad I fooled 6 of you. 2 went for Trichoglaster lalius. That is, I think, an opaline gourami, or maybe a honey gourami. I can't remember. But Brian is indeed an Osphomeriminus gourami. D is the correct answer. Ooh, False Inspector missed that one. Zenny got it and has closed the gap. Keeping it exciting. I'm glad you're all up at the top as well. It proves your quizzing pedigree. Question number 12. According to the Guinness Book of Records, how many children did Russian peasant Valentina Vasilyev have? 39, 49, 59, or 69? Leari is opal gourami. Fair enough. How many children in the Guinness Book of Records did Russian peasant Valentina Vasilyev have? 39, 49, 59, or answer option D, 69? 69. Juggler says answer option D being 69. How could I not? Indeed. Oh, quite the split. 4 for 39, 11 for 49, 4 for 59, and 2 for 69. I mean, any of them seems like a stretch. Quite literally. But it was, in fact, 69. She obviously didn't have a television in her house. Juggler got that one right by going with his gut. And Lemoy also got that one right. Everyone else got that wrong. So, just to show the question notes, she gave birth to a total of 69 children, 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets between 1725 and 1765. A total of 27 pregnancies. Question number 13. Which of these is the world's deepest lake? Crater Lake in the United States, Loch Ness in Scotland, Lake Baikal in Russia, or Lake Tanganyika in Africa? Which of these is the world's deepest lake? Crater Lake, Loch Ness, Lake Baikal, or Lake Tanganyika? Oh, quite the even split on this one. We've got 4, 5, and 6 for all of them. Crater Lake, Loch Ness, Lake Baikal, or Tanganyika. The answer is Lake Baikal. It's probably not how you pronounce it. Juggler trying to make a comeback here. Let's just quickly look at the... can Juggler win this? He's in 4th place. So you need to make up 4,000 points, Juggler, if you want to win this. Steward's inquiry on that one. No, that was Loch Ness is the deepest and biggest lake in Britain. Aquatic Moose, nice to see you. Mandy answered super fast and super wrong, but so did Adam. We're fine. Andre says, "What's the plant you have in the tank behind you, and is that sand?" That is sand. That is an Amazon sword. Question number 14. In Greek mythology, who unknowingly marries his own mother, Jocasta? Is it Hercules, Jason, Narcissus, or Oedipus? Who marries their own mother? Another Mother's Day question for you. Hercules, Jason, Narcissus, or Oedipus? Giving rise to a complex, if anyone needs a hint. 2 for Hercules, 5 for Narcissus, and 14 smug correct people going for Oedipus. Oedipus accidentally fulfills the prophecy that he would kill his father and marry his mother, bringing disaster to his city and family. As well as marrying his mother, I think. Yeah. Top 3 all getting that one. As did John N, Mona Lee, Stevie P, Katie, and other people. I feel like we're focusing on the potential winners, but hey. Question 15. Fantasy author J.R.R. Tolkien beloved series The Lord of the Ring takes place on blank Earth. Is it Middle Earth, Outer Earth, Centre Earth, or Second Earth? Everyone's fast on that one. $20 people going for Middle Earth, 2 people going for Centre Earth. Close, but yes, Middle Earth it is. Most people getting that one. Missing out was Katie with Centre Earth and the Treblecocks, or is it Texas Tom? I think Texas Tom has just gone home. Question number 16. How many continents does the equator cross? 2, 3, 4, 5? How many continents does the equator cross? It's making people think, this one. But quite the split. Most people are going for 3 or 4. It is, in fact, 3. Bonus point if you can tell me what they are. That's not really a bonus point. Oh, Adam got that one. Opening up the gap again. Still less than 100 points in it. Question number 17. Which of these is not commonly known as a rummy-nosed tetra? Petitalagramus, Hemigrammus rhodostomus, Hemigrammus blairi, or Petitala georgiae? Petitalagramus, Hemigrammus rhodostomus, Hemigrammus blairi, or Petitala georgiae? So there are 3 fish that are known as rummy-nosed tetras. and one that I have made up. Basically, which one has Graham made up? You think I made up Petitella Georgie? I made up Petitella Gramus. You need a wand when you're talking Latin. I do feel like I'm casting spells. Petitella Gramus. Who got that one right? Katie got that one right. Well done, Katie. Nobody in the top 10 though, other than Katie. And someone else got it right, didn't they? And Smelly Emmy. So the Hemigramus, if I can go back to, can I go back to that? No. Heligramus rhodostomus is the true rummy-nosed one. Hemigramus blairii is the firehead or something. That's the one I'm thinking of getting, because they're a little bit more red. And Petitella Georgie is the lesser rummy nose or something like that. Anyway. Question number 18. Mother's Day or Mothering Sunday is this weekend in the UK. The date is always A, the 4th week of Lent, B, the 12th Sunday after Christmas, C, the 1st week of the spring equinox, or D, the 4th Sunday in March. When is Mother's Day? I got this wrong as well, as it's in April this year. No, it isn't. It's on Sunday, which is still March. Not in the US, that's why it says in the UK. Our Mother's Day. So I have a whole rant prepared about Mother's Day, because I read up a lot about Mother's Day this week. Our Mother's Day it goes back to like 17, it goes back even like the 12th century or something like that. Your Mother's Day is some guy wanted to sell some cards and went, it's Mother's Day, second week in May, or whatever it is. But anyway, the answer is not the 4th Sunday in March, because as I say, it's this Sunday, which is the 5th Sunday in March. It is, in fact, the 4th week of Lent. So another one with only 2 people getting that one right. Stephen P gets that. And Coopstank House. What is Lent? Borrowed, as Juggler says. Yeah, we'll just go with that. It's like giving stuff up for Lent. It's the Christian bollocks. That's as much as I'm willing to go into it. Question number 19, your penultimate question of the week. We have the current standings are still less than 100 points separating them, because neither of them have got the question right in the last couple of questions. So this one could make the difference. Question 19. What will W.H. Smith's, a UK high street shop since 1792, what will W.H. Smith's stores be known as following its sale? This will not help Zenny or Adam. Is it Shoppy McShopface, H.W. Smythe's, Pens and Stuff, or T.J. Jones? You know when you say it's rigged for the UK, I am in the UK. Whenever I have more than 2 American questions, I get everyone going, you're so rigged for the US market. I can't win this. So I would just like to say, anyway, what will W.H. Smith's be known as following its sale? Is it Shoppy McShopface, H.W. Smythe's, Pens and Stuff, or T.J. Jones? H.W. Smythe's seems to be a popular answer. Pens and Stuff gets 4 and T.J. Jones gets 9. It is, in fact, T.J. Jones. John N moves into the top 3 with that one. Juggler got that as well. Jack Tank Stevie P. Stevie P's not from the UK and he got it right. Right, here we go. Final question. Depending on how you want to bid this one, I'm just saying, lots of things could happen. Here we go. Final question. Good luck, everybody. I feel like we should have a drum beat. Here's your clue. Let's see who can answer this. Let's see who can answer this. The Sargasso Sea, the world's only sea with no land borders, is found in which ocean? Is it the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, or the Southern Ocean? Where is the Sargasso Sea? The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, or the Southern? Jonathan North with the kind of confidence I like to see. All or nothing? Probably nothing. The live answers are 10 people going for the Atlantic, 2 going for the Pacific, 6 going for Indian, and 3 for Southern. Let's see what has happened. The correct answer was Atlantic. What's that done? Your winners tonight. Third place is Lemoy. Second place is Zenny McGinger. Which means in first place we have Juggler. What happened to Adam? Where's Adam gone? Where has Adam gone? False Suspect dropped all the way down to 11th. Oh no, what happened? Catastrophic events for Adam. I think he went down to... He did indeed. So you must have bet half and it went wrong. So Juggler takes the win, but Zenny, I think, has taken the month. Let's just do a little bit of export player rankings. Don't worry, I won't do the same mistake I did last time. Or maybe I will. You'll just have to catch me if I do. Okay, delete that. So I'll do that in front of everybody just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Participants, points, copy that, move out the way, go into week 4, in there, bosh, 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 and your final standings. Bask in the glory of your final standings. Zenny McGinger with 11,258 points. Round of applause for Zenny. False Inspector gambled, doesn't always pay off, but he gambled and got 9,868. Juggler in third place, 8,648. And Jack Tank, Error 404, Stevie P, Katie, Elaine, Lemoy, and Mona Lee making up the top 10. Well done, everyone. What do we think? Hope you're all privately giving everyone a quick round of applause to Zenny. Mandy, that's 2 in a row, is it? You won the Eliminator last week, I believe. I don't know if I should count last week's Eliminator. I was clearly on drugs and under the weather and made the questions too easy. But I will combine So I've got a week off next week, so I'm going to catch up on all the prizes that I should have sent out for the last few months. So don't be afraid to remind me that you won something. Please send me an email. Don't be a cheeky fucker. I'd pretend. I will check. But if you have won something in the last couple of months and still not received a prize, feel free to remind me. I will try and get around everything. They will be going out next week. And you know, don't hold your breath for great prizes either. I'm kind of running out of money after Mega Tank 2 here, but I'll try and keep it up. We've got one more quiz coming tonight. It's an eminently winnable Eliminator quiz tonight. But one more round of applause for Mandy. Didn't have to flip any tables or nothing, and she has won March's quiz. Well done, well done, well done. Right, I missed most of these. There's Mandy's winning mission. Oh snap! I didn't lose them all. Whoa! Yeah, well done. Juggler says, "Grats, Mandy. Zinger wins the month. She does indeed." Well done, Zenny, said Adam. Wow, what a good loser. I feel like Adam was well ahead. I feel there was only 100 points in it at the most throughout the whole thing. JNN Aquatics Jeremy says, "Hello all." Hello, Jeremy. Stephen P's gambling. I don't think we have that on, do we? It might work. Who knows? Aquatic Moose is pretending. I broke 10k too. That means I'm basically a genius. Well, some say this is the hardest quiz on YouTube. And you not only broke 10k, you broke it by a mile. If I go back through previous months, I can see who got what in terms of points. But that is a good score. Coops Bakehouse, me and my daughter love your quiz. Thank you. That's nice to see. Most people complain constantly about my quiz. Liv keeps checking her mail. It says, I know, I am so terrible. I might stop offering prizes because I'm so bad at sending them. Stephen P's owed like 9 clocks, right? Okay, yeah. I'll get on it. Dr. Awesome's in. I think I've just got this last question correct. Nice to see you. As long as you send the clocks before the end of time, they will still be useful. Right, I'll send things. As much as I'm willing to commit to is I'm going to send things to people. And we'll get onto it next week because I've got a week off, so there's no excuse. We'll get it out. Right, it is 22:18. I still haven't switched that tank off. It's still going. And as you can see, all the fish are awake now, so they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" I think I may change my player name next month. Well, this is the time to do it. Got a new month starting next week. How many days are there in April? That's a silly question. That's not what I meant to say. How many Fridays are there in April? There's only 4, so it's a short month again next month. But yeah, well done everybody. I'm super proud of y'all. Right, as I said, there's an eminently winnable Eliminator quiz coming up. We'll do that in about 10 minutes at past. This is your time now. If you have any further questions, now is the time to ask them. I will post in chat the link to the Eliminator. There you go. HHCNK is the code for anybody wanting it. O'Brien is getting huge. He is. I think the time that has elapsed between coming up with the plan for Mega Tank 2, so as I had a place to put Brian, and it actually happening, Brian has grown like another 6 inches, and now I feel like this tank's far too small for him. So I kind of feel like this is now just a jail for Brian. He's being punished for his murderous tendencies, so I feel like not just the value, monetary, of the fish that he's killed, but the sentimental value of the fish that he's killed. Tough shit. You're in jail. Deal with it. Shouldn't have killed them. Yeah, I'm talking to you. There you can see one of the clocks that one of the winners will get. Can't remember if this is a real one or a prototype, but yeah. And here is the measuring tape one of the other winners might get. Here's an old CO2 diffuser one of the winners might get. I did mention that the winnings were like random tat I find around here. Half an auto feeder. I find this really useful around here. It's like one of those air duster things. Right, sorry, I indulged myself in some random nonsense there for a second. Mark says, it's a good laugh, thank you. This is a good laugh. Nancy B says next time she's changing her name to Zen Ginger. Why is the Eliminator showing is complete? There you go, now it isn't. You should send one clock and keep one clock set at the same time and check if one went back to the future. I could definitely do that. Brian's just a big old boy. He didn't mean nothing wrong. He didn't mean it. He very much meant it. I told him several times, stop killing things. I don't want the tape measure, it measures wrong. The problem with the tape measure isn't that it measures wrong, it's that I forget to use it. It's a little hairdryer for filling air in fish bags. It's like an air duster for all kinds of things, but for blowing sand out the way. It's fantastic. Can I have the brace? You forgot to brace your mega... That's one of my triggers, the people who go on about bracing Megatank. You can tell if I make a song about it, then it's one of my triggers. He's so handsome for a fish. He is. He's a lovely big boy. We can be friends one day, can't we? I wouldn't mind if he stopped eating all the plants as well, because they're not free either. Stop putting such tasty friends in his tank. It's really on you. That's not fair. Robert Kerr, hello Dad. I thought I'd tune in to see your happy face again. Thank you. Nice to see you. Now, just between you and me, I have sent a card for Mum for Sunday, but if you would like nip out and buy some flowers and pretend they're from me, because much like Mum, I couldn't find anyone that would send her flowers on time. Mum, if you're watching, I didn't say any of that. Forget it. Discord question with photos. Aquarium Adventures. I can't be changing to Discord. Let's have a look. Well, are we talking about the dolphin thing here? I don't see a question. Aquarium Adventure. Brian needs some salad, fruit and strawberries. I have been... he doesn't really go for the strawberries. I've given him strawberries a couple of times and he's been a bit like, nope, not having that. banana. He's all for the bananas. Green beans. He seems to like these green beans. I've not actually tried them with just like generic salad items, but I've tried like the odd, like cherry tomatoes, banana, apple. I couldn't tell if he was keen on the apple or not. Strawberries, he was neither here nor there. Green beans, he seems to go for them in quite a big way. But I also have like a pellet that I feed a lot of the fish. It's like I think it's like a sturgeon pellet, an algae pellet. That's his main staple. He goes for them quite well. This is getting to be a habit, and yes, your mum is watching. Oh, shit. Does he like Reaper jellies? I've not enforced Reaper jellies on him. He's not in that much trouble. Blanched cucumbers? No, I've not tried that yet. Blanched cucumbers? Oh, I've never cooked a cucumber before. He does love sushi. Yes, definitely. He likes to prepare it himself too. Right, are we ready for Fort Eliminator? We seem to have 14 of you in there. Brian is legit 50% Pacu. They do have a bit of Pacu look to them, don't they? Watermelon, now there's one. Yeah, we could try that. I like watermelon, so why wouldn't Brian? How many discus are you putting in Mega Tank? I have no plans to add any more immediately, because there's 20 in there at the moment. I want to leave them for a couple of months just to do their thing and see how they get on. Because I know I have at least one pair in there that have laid eggs in this tank, so I want to let them do it in that tank and see if that extra space lets them raise them a little bit easier, a little bit less stress than a smaller tank like this. But in the future, yes, possibly will buy a couple of pairs and try and do my own breeding and use that to stock up the tank a bit more. But for the moment, I'm kind of just enjoying it as it is. I mentioned earlier I might want to add a lot of more smaller dither fish, thinking rummy nosies, maybe a few more Congo tetras, and that'd be pretty cool. But yeah. I blanch most of the veggies to make them more digestible, but cucumbers, a bit more of a quick dip. Yeah, I've tried them with courgette, or as you would call them, what is it they call them? Zucchini. And yeah, he ate them, but didn't show any. Like if I put in the green beans, he will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll have some of that." Nom, 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 nom. Banana was yep. The courgettes and the veggies, the peppers. I've tried like bell peppers. Ate them eventually, but didn't like show any great preference for them or anything. But yeah, I always try a little bit of something different every now and again, just to change things up a little bit. Right, presentation view. Let me get this set up. Anybody that wants to get into the Eliminator, if you need the scanny thing, that's the scanny thing. How does he peel the banana? It just takes a whole lot. Skin and all. Can fish eat citrus? Can they? Yes. Should they? Questionable. Right, we've got 17 of you in for the Eliminator. Remember, this is 10 questions. In theory, getting harder as we go on. Get all 10 right, win a prize. the prize might be a hearty congratulations from now on, but still a prize. And we'll get ready with the countdown. Here we go. This week, also, I should make it known, we've gone back to, there are some text questions, some number questions, some organising questions. I've allowed a little bit of extra time for the organising ones. So good luck, everybody. Arrange these from smallest at the top to largest at the bottom. We've got a Jack Russell, Scotland, a moose, and a garden pea. Are you planning on doing anything more to Mega Tank 1 now Brian's got his new home? Yes, I am. So I've moved the Oscar back in, so he's now got all the space that he needs. I have got in touch with everyone who's offered me fish or asked me to rehome fish over the last 6 months, for all of them to ignore me because they've now obviously found other answers to their problems, just to see what we're going to end up with. And I still want to get bass, but I can't find any at the moment, so I'm in no rush. Right, arrange these from smallest to largest. My mindset is still thinking you're tricking. No trick here. This is the easy questions. First question. I was going to say I actually know a guy called Jack Russell, but then I realised he's still smaller than a moose. So most people have gone for that, and I think you should all be happy because that is the correct answer. So we eliminated 9 people there. I'm not sure quite how. I think majority of them on time, possibly. But we still got a few in there. Question number 2. What sport shares its name with a generic term for using the internet? Is it swimming, surfing, skating, or running? Beer number 3 is the butterfly effect. From Full Circle Brewery Company. What sport shares its name with the generic term for using the internet? Everybody's gone for surfing. Everybody was surfing. Etc. That is correct. Well done, everybody. Everybody's still in. Murderous Brian is one of the players. Question number 3. What long-running Aussie soap gave stars Margot Robbie, Kylie Minogue, Chris Hemsworth, Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce their big breaks? You have to type this one in. Oh, hang on. That's my bad, that one. I meant to give you more time on that one. Can I replay a question? There. That should give you 30 seconds. Still can't click. Oh, for God's sake, Graham, why are you so shit at this? Finish. Right, everybody that didn't get in for whatever reason, will do it again. I pay money for this. I can't believe I pay money for this or whatever. Right, 30 seconds for that one. Sorry, I tried to give everybody time. So I'm going to give you 45 seconds for the ones where you have to type stuff in. That was what I was trying to do. $30 seconds for the ones where you have to arrange things. Right. Here we go. Let's try again. So if you went out in the first couple of questions, you have an extra chance. I'm going to cheat just for FYI. Fair enough. Arrange these from smallest at the top to largest at the bottom. Jack Russell, Scotland, Moose Garden P. If you spell it wrong, that's fine. I will not discriminate unless it's like aggressively spelling it wrong. Well done, everyone. They think it's that. It is that. We move on. Everyone's still in. Hopefully. Question 2. What sport shares its name with a generic term for using the internet? Swimming, surfing, skating, running. Yeah, surfing. Well done, everybody. You're all great. Question number 3. There you go. What long-running Aussie soap gives stars Margot Robbie, Kylie Minogue, Chris Hemsworth, Russell Crowe and Guy Pearce their big breaks? The answer is in the GIF. I didn't realise that at the time, but hey, we'll roll with it. There's only been one weird spelling of neighbours so far. Everybody loves good neighbours with a little understand. Anybody know the name of this guy on the screen? Or his character's name, rather. Extra point for the first person to type in this character's name in on screen. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Todd. It's not Todd. Not Tad. It's Toadfish. God. Call yourselves fans. I know you didn't call yourselves fans, but anyway. Live results. Everybody went with neighbours. I corrected your spellings. The people who spelt it wrong. It is indeed neighbours. Well done, everybody. Apparently neighbours is still going. Yes, Lisa. It did stop and then it came back away straight away. Question number 4. Which playing card is worth either 1 or 11 points in the casino game Blackjack? I feel like we've had this question before, but hey, we're rolling with these problems. Jack, Queen, King, Ace. One person thought it was Jack. It's Ace. All these people still in. As we go to question 5. What 4-letter word can be added to the end of long, bull, shoe and fog to create a new word? What 4-letter word can be added to the end of long, bull, shoe and fog? You'd be surprised to learn it's not. The 4-letter word added to the end of those isn't cabbage. And there's your time. 91% of people went with horn, longhorn, bullhorn, shoehorn, foghorn. One person went with light, long light, bull light, shoe light, fog light. Fog light works. It is indeed horn. All these people are still in. Question number 6. What foam-based toy weapons maker debuted their first product in 1969? A 4-inch polyurethane ball. %, going with Nerf, obviously. Obviously correct. Let's go straight into question number 7. A carpenter specialising in the construction and repair of wooden barrels is known as a luthier, a drummer, a milliner, or a cooper. Told you that they were easy this week. What do we think? Oh, 3 milliners and 5 coopers. The coopers have it. That leaves us with 3 questions to go with Murderous Brian, Scat, Juggler, John N, and Error 404 as we go into question number 8. What does the acronym IQ actually stand for? Intellect quantitate, intelligent quorum, intellectual quantity, or intelligence quotient? Everyone going for answer option D. I don't think everyone would get that right. Well done, everyone. Question number 9. Which manufacturer unsuccessfully introduced the handheld Lynx and Jaguar video game consoles in the early 90s? Was it Atari, Commodore, Panasonic, or Coleco? Or Coleco? Brian went with Panasonic. We've got 2 Ataris, 1 Commodore, and 1 Panasonic. Oh, Juggler calling foul play. Wouldn't let him click Atari. That was the right answer. We're not restarting it at question 9. Coleco. Okay. So, sorry, Juggler has been unceremoniously kicked out for some reason. So, you can still answer. Still answer in chat. You might get there. We've got 2 people left for the final question. Murderous Brian and John N. What is the only Central American country without a Caribbean coastline? Is it Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, or Honduras? That may or may not be a picture of the country. a split. One person's gone for El Salvador, one person has gone for Honduras. The answer is El Salvador. Well done, one person. Your winner is Murderous Brian. Boop, boop, boop. Whoever you are, Murderous Brian, you have won a prize. Here it is. Well done, Murderous Brian. Now, you have to send me your information, Murderous Brian, and I will send you some things, or a thing, maybe. Don't get too excited. Won't be a good thing. I mean, it will. It'll be a great thing. So make yourself known. Who is Murderous Brian? So we can all thank you and say well done. Otherwise, I'm giving it to Brian. I know that is Murderous Brian. But which one of you is Murderous Brian? It's not normal Brian, okay? Not that there's anything normal about you, Brian. Sorry, I'm just checking that. It was Adam, but he was playing for the fish. I can happily send him some prizes. Want some banana? Don't give me the side eye. Get some of this. Is Brian the dude or the fish? Oh yeah. Brian the fish. Brian. He just looks so disapproving. I don't think he's quite enamoured with his new digs. He's like, there's nobody here to bully. There's nobody here to eat. Right, so. I have reached the end of my pre-prepared material. I have no further quizzes for you. I don't feel like doing any off-the-cuff quizzes. I have prepared no new songs for this evening either. I've been trying to properly work. So I've got the week off next week, so I've been trying to finish all the things that I needed to get done. I didn't, but I tried. So I've not been messing around too much. So we can either go straight into the after party, we can take questions from the floor. I'm just seeing my dogs running about in the garden. Hopefully that's on purpose. Yeah, we're into the last few minutes. This is your time, guided by you, whatever you want to do. I will say that we still don't have as many likes as we do viewers, so you know, if you fancy giving it a wee like, it's free. I'll talk a little bit about what we've got coming up on the channel in the next few weeks. I'll give you a sneak preview of something. After all my big talk about how much Hager annoyed me, and that I didn't want to do any collaborations with them, they wouldn't leave me alone, and they were just constantly bugging me, I have accepted a Hager cooperation. So we have an 800 watt aquarium heater and controller that I will be using in Mega Tank 2. So that'll be coming soon. I've also got another one with another company who sent me a waterfall filter for the pond, which I actually tried that out a while ago and it's working really well. I really do quite like that one. So there'll be a video coming out on ponds getting started back up and me trialling this waterfall filter thing. But yeah, wholeheartedly recommend the waterfall filter thing. It's great. I haven't opened the heater thing yet. I'm suspicious of an 800 watt heater. Why would you need an 800 watt heater, you might ask? Well, I have a 12-foot fish tank, so yeah. I feel like I'm a very limited market into who would need an 800 watt heater. And then saying that, who would need an 800 watt heater from Huger? Well known for their things being crap. But we'll give it a fair shake. And if you're from Huger watching this, no, it's not crap, it's brilliant. But that is my one. So my number one rule with, if you're going to send me something, is you don't get to tell me what to say about it. I will always talk to. I get them on an almost daily basis now, as people wanting to send me stuff to promote it on the channel, and I get it. That's fine. And sometimes I want a thing, so I'll say yes. But 9 times out of 10, I don't want the thing, but I'm still happy to help out companies that want to promote their stuff. But my number one rule is, you can tell me what its features are, you can tell me what talking points you want to cover, but you don't get to tell me that it's good, or that you don't get to. I get to retain my opinion of the thing, so I can say, this is this 800 watt heater, it's got a smart controller, it's got a quartz insert, it's got a timer, it's got a this, it's got a that. I've tried it and it's shit. You don't get to. The best you'll get from me is I won't post the video, and then I'll talk about it in a live stream like this. But so many of them are. I just don't get how you can't have faith in your product, where they'll be like, oh, I want to send you this thing, okay, you have to say this, and this about it. Yeah, okay. And we want to review the video before you put it out. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. Okay, but can you just say that it's great? No, that's not how that works either. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to say. You'll see it in the video when I release it. Okay, never mind then, thanks. And we go our separate ways. How often that happens is like, I don't understand how you can. I'm not malicious, I'm not going to lie. So the only thing I can think of is they think I'm going to be malicious and lie about the product and say it's terrible when it isn't. I will quite often, if I am going to say something is bad, I will tell them in advance in case I've got it wrong, because quite often I don't understand something or I've done something wrong, so I'll say, look, this didn't work as I expected it to work, am I doing something wrong? And they'll say, oh no, that's a shame, send it back, we'll send you a new one. Or no, you're an idiot, you're meant to press this button and that makes it work. And then I go, alright, fine. But sometimes I'll say, oh, this has happened, is that meant to happen? They're like, oh, it's not meant to happen, but no, you haven't done anything wrong either. And I can count on one finger the amount of, well, maybe two, the amount of companies that have kept up with that. There was the Santa Monica Filtration Company or something like that, I think it was, where they had like an algae scrubber thing that I tried and I didn't like, and I posted the video and they were like, oh yeah, you're right, that wasn't very good, that. So, and they changed it and they updated it and they came out with a new version and it was great. Not because of me, but that was the perfect response to the product video not being good. Other ones where I've been like, oh, it's fine, but it's not for me. They've been like, oh, can't take that down, that's terrible for us. I'm like, no, it's true, it's true. I'll take it down if I've lied or if I've got something wrong, but I'm not taking it down if it's true. So I've had a few like that, but the majority of the offers I get now, yeah, they never come to anything, because I can't believe there's people out there who are giving them free, and I see the videos that come out from the same companies that they send to me, where I know fine well the creators who are releasing those videos are doing so because they've agreed to the terms set by that vendor or retailer, which always makes me a little bit suspicious of some creators and some people, but it is what it is. Huger have not been one of those. The reason I don't like Huger is the sheer volume of emails and the sheer... It's just a faff. It's just a hassle. This latest person that so I have two people from Huger who constantly get in touch with me. One of them is... She's always offering... I'm assuming it's she's always offering me 2 products. It's just like, here's a list of things we're trying to promote this month. Pick any 2 and you can have them. And that's it. And I'm like, that's refreshing. It's cut to the chase. It's not the, hi, we've been a long time fan of your channel. We particularly enjoy, and then a new font and the title of my latest video, and then a new font, because it's such a far-reaching video. And you're like, okay, you need to work on your mail merge, but fine, whatever. They're just like, here's some stuff. If you want any of it, we'll give you it for free. End communication. You're like, yeah, that's cut to the chase. I get that. But in the past, so the other person who emails me from Huger's like, would you like this thing? Okay, when will you post the video? Have you posted the video yet? Will you post the video today? What about tomorrow? Have you posted the video yet? Have you thought about the video? Can I see the video? Is the video done? Have you started the video? Have you opened the product? And I'm like, oh, fuck off. So leave me alone. But these 2, the most recent ones, have been completely chill. It's just been like, what do you want? I'll have that. Okay, it'll arrive tomorrow. End communication. That's so much nicer, so much less stressful. But like I say, there's 2 of them that email. One offers me 1 product and one offers me 2 products. And I meant to reply to the one that offered me 2 products, and I replied to the one that offered me 1. I was like, idiot. So we've got that. So that's why I'm a little bit picky about the brand deals or the endorsements that I do. Like Fluval. This thing. It's like 250 quid, and they've sent me 4 of them. With no, not even any talking points, no requirements. Just, can I have some stuff? Yeah, do you want these? Yeah. Okay, we'll send them. Done. No, you must make 4 videos, 8 minutes long, about whatever. It's just, yeah, you can have them. It's fine. That's a company that's like, they think their product's good so that it speaks for itself, and that's the kind of company that I want to work with. The Hauger stuff, I mean, it's always been fine, but it's just been a bit like, they're always pushing things like, I don't know if it's because I've got a few more subscribers now, they start offering me better things, but they're always pushing things like, here's our 7-in-1 aquarium cleaning kit, and I'm like, it's a net and a scraper with 4 different attachments. I don't care. So this actually looks quite good, and it is a fairly pricey thing, and it has all the functions that I want of a heater. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've not even opened it yet. We'll see how we get on. Therein ends my lecture on aquarium product sponsorship placement type stuff. Yes, as Stephen says, my favourite part of your channel is placeholder. Yeah, and so many of them come through like that. The one that got me recently was actually really well done, pertaining to be from Toblerone, where it was like, yeah, hi, we're like, because quite often the brand themselves won't reach out. It'll be some kind of marketing agency the brand have contracted who will reach out and say, like, we're working with X. It might be whoever it is. Let's say Fluval in this case. That's not how Fluval work, but it might be that. We're working with Fluval. We're reaching out to creators to see if we can do any kind of collaboration with them. We'll provide you with a product or with a payment or with a whatever. Are you open to discussing this further? So that's generally how they come through. When I got one from Toblerone, and I was a bit like, Toblerone? I like Toblerone. Who doesn't like Toblerone? Complete scam. It was all about trying to get you to download some piece of software pertaining to be a DocuSign type thing where you could exchange contracts and stuff, but it was just a complete scam, complete hack. But it really got me going. That was the one that I was excited, but I was like, no, I can't believe this has turned out to be a scam. They're trying to hack me for this crap. Oh. I want some Toblerone, and it legitimately worked in Toblerone's favour because the next time I went to the supermarket, I bought a Toblerone, so I was like, I thought I was going to get a free one. Now I'm going to have to pay for it. Toblerone. So yeah. But you know, if there are any aquatic companies out there that want to work with me, I'm more than happy to listen. My only demand is you don't get any editorial control. I think that's quite a fair trade. I can't believe more people don't want to work with me on that basis. Someone of my subscriber count or view count or whatever it is, if you go on these like social blue books and things like that, I should be charging money for people to promote their products, and I will never do that. Well, no, I won't. That's a lie. I will happily do that, but that is not one of my things. If it's a thing, if it's a product, I tend to have I've got a set response I give to these companies, but it's just like, look, I've got three options. You can either pay for an advert where I do this video is sponsored by X, and then we move on and I make the rest of my video. I can make a video about your product, but your product either best be very expensive, I need it, or something in between, or you can pay for a direct video about the thing. What you can't do is get to control what the videos that is being made. And I always offer this to these people. It's, we want to work with you, fine, here are my terms. And it's always the last time you hear from them. And I'm like, I just cannot get over. There are options in there that don't cost them any money. So I never demand that they pay. My only demand is that their product be good. And that's the thing that puts them off. And it's just like, what level of confidence have you got in your stuff that you can't meet that basic demand of just give me your thing and have it be good and let me make a video about it? Nah, never mind then. Fine. One day I will make a video about all the companies that wouldn't send me the thing because they didn't have enough confidence in the thing that they wanted to send me. Anyway, we've now reached the end of the evening. The Hygge Wavemaker seems quite cool. Yeah, well, they do. Say it again. They do a Wavemaker that I was interested in, which I would have picked as my second thing. But the two filters that I've got running on Megatank 2 is an FX5 and an FX6, and they do seem to give enough movement through the 12 feet of tank. So I'm not too bothered. Will that one heater be enough for Megatank 2? I think it will, yeah. The room is heated. Why my face is bright red is because it is currently 25 degrees in here, so I only need to raise the temperature a couple of degrees, because I run my discus tanks at kind of 28.5, 29, so it's not like it has to push it up from freezing cold temperatures. It's already a warm room, and it only has to raise it a few more degrees. And it's quite a well insulated tank. The lids, the wood, the room is quite insulated, so once it gets up to temperature it doesn't take much to keep it there. Has my £23 Temu filter arrived yet? It hasn't, but it doesn't claim to have meant to have arrived yet. It's still got a couple of weeks before that's a problem. Don't lie, Graham, your last one was from PaddyBet and all you had to do was give them your Insta login details. Yes, for those of you that don't know or are following me or friends with me on Facebook, if I have shared anything with you in the last couple of weeks, it wasn't me, because I'm currently going through some stuff with Facebook. I have been hacked. My Facebook account has been suspended, so anything I'm posting on Facebook at the moment is not me. Anything I'm posting on Instagram at the moment is not me. I'm working through getting it all sorted out, but it's quite a the hacking process is ridiculous. So this is the second time I've been hacked this month, because if you have a Facebook business account, which I have now because Aquarium Adventures is linked to it, you can, it seems, without any verification, connect any old Instagram account to your Facebook business account, which then gets linked in your Meta account center, and that account can access everything. So I've got two-factor authentication on my Facebook account. I've got two-factor authentication on my Instagram account. Yet jim.blogs at hack.com can say, yeah, it turns out I'm Aquarium Adventures, honest gov. Link me, and they'll just link it. And then he does some mental shit and gets me banned. So I'm trying to work my way through that stupid process at the moment. So, yes, it's not really me on Facebook at the moment. Betty doesn't like Brian. Oh dear. Well, are you coming down soon? Did we sort that out with you and Uncle David and Margot are coming down? I assume you're bringing Betty. We can introduce them in real time. You can put Betty in. Brian will eat Betty. Betty is my mum's dog, by the way. Does it do a nighttime temperature drop? I always thought that would be good. What, this? Don't know. Haven't properly read the instructions. I've never met a heater that does do that. How I've done that in the past with my heating controllers is just have them on a timer that you just switch it off. So I used to do that on my discus tank. No, sorry, break. Oops, I pressed the mute button. Sorry. It'll be at least 10 minutes till he gets these messages. Well, what happened was I have my well, you can't see it, I have my Stream Deck down here. I've mounted it on the table, and every now and again with a hand movement I smack it and knock it, and there's a mute button on there. So I don't know what I've said for the last wee while. It's okay, Grim loves talking to himself. This hasn't happened in a while. Oh god. Just twiddle your thumbs, you'll catch up. Oh, I said so many interesting things too. What was the last thing I said? Can anyone remember? Before the sound went off? I was talking about temperatures. It's okay, we know you were just swearing about Hager. Oh, I wasn't, I was assuming it would be fine. Sound went off and you dropped the heater, yes. Okay. I think I was trying to talk to Chrissy's comment about whether or not it can mimic the temperature, and then your comment, Juggler, about an Inkbird where you set your maximum temperature to turn it off is when it hits, let's say, 28 degrees. that turns off the heater, and then it doesn't turn back on until it reaches the minimum that you want it to go to. So you say turn it off at 28, but don't turn it back on until 25. You get that drop, and then it kicks back in again. Most things like this, because I'm assuming this is going to be very similar to an inkbird, will do that kind of thing. But I've never noticed it be that beneficial to a fish or a tank that you have that nighttime drop. I've never noticed a fish tank be stressed because the temperature's too static, and I've never noticed, when I have artificially added it, I've never noticed any great benefit of like fish writing me thank you notes going, oh, thank you for making it cooler at night, so much easier to sleep, don't need the full duvet. I've never heard of a temp drop. What am I missing? It's just like a natural thing. Like in nature, at night time, the temperature will drop by a couple of degrees. Normally. It's warmer in the day than it is at night. But water is a pretty good insulator of temperature, so it takes a long time to get water up to temperature, and it takes a long time for water to drop temperature. So even if there's quite a big swing in ambient temperature in the air from, I don't know, if it's 30 degrees during the day and it's 25 at night, a body of water won't drop the same as the air will. It might drop 1 degree in the night. It's better for the heater since it's not constantly on off yet. So the cycling is the thing that tends to kill heaters. Yes, that is true. So it's good from that point of view. It's just not necessarily for the fish, because every single heater that I've ever had that has failed, that's the thing that kills it. And it used to be a thing with even Jaeger heaters, which were like really expensive back in the day because they were so accurate, but they would fail because they were so accurate that it was like, you set it to 29 degrees. When it got to 29 degrees, it went off, and then it would drop to 28.9 degrees. It would come back on. It would get to 29 and go off, on, off, on, off, on, off, poof, dead. Now, it would last a lot longer than another heater with that level of accuracy, but it just doesn't need that level of accuracy, which is why people started using things like the STC 1000, the temperature controllers, the DIY ones, where you would always set a couple of degrees as your buffer zone, and inkbirds and all that kind of stuff. Same sort of thing. It does extend the life of a heater, whereas your inkbirds and your STCs and all the temperature controllers, the main priority is that if they do fail, it's the heater that fails, not the controller. So the controller just stops the power going to it, so you don't cook your tank. Everyone's happy. But that dual thing of you don't cook your tank, plus you don't have to replace your heater because it lasts a lot longer. Thermometers with dials can turn them down if you want to. Presets can't. Yeah, I mean, I've not. It's been a long time since I've seen a heater that's not had a thermostat on it. I know you can still get them, and they tend to be set to like 25 degrees or 24 degrees or whatever it is. So maybe as a discus keeper, I've just never gone for those kind of heaters. But it's been a long time since I've seen one that's just a heater that's on or off without being able to dial it in somewhere. Right, we're at 23:14. I've had 3 beers. It's time for me to go to bed. It's my good lady's wife's birthday tomorrow, so I can't stay up all night talking nonsense and singing songs with you lot. So if we don't have any more questions, I will bid you all good evening. Unless you want to... Oh no, I was going to say unless you want to see my latest musical releases, but I don't have any new musical releases. So I'll just call it a night, I think. Thank you all for joining me. I mean, I don't have to leave. If you can think of anything to keep me entertained, I'll stay a bit longer. Because this is the part of the night where instead of me entertaining you, it's you entertaining me by giving me things to think about. A partial eclipse tomorrow in the UK about 11 o'clock. See, that interests me because my son tried to tell me something similar to that, saying, "Dad, if there was an eclipse, would you expect that to be on the news?" I was like, "Yeah, because there's an eclipse coming." I was like, "There isn't, because it would have been on the news, and I didn't see any of it." So I just assumed he'd been reading something that was like 2 years old, or it was in America, or something else. So I will have to go upstairs and apologise to my eldest son. Why have I not seen anything about that? Yeah. So I'll have to get safety squints out. Happy birthday, Mrs. Graham. I shall tell her you all said happy birthday. We have to go to a garden centre. This is my job to... Guess what she wanted? Right. £100 on the table for anyone who can guess what I had to buy her for her birthday. Wife, if you're watching, you are not allowed to play this game. You've got until I come back with a new beer. Planting bench / table. You're in the right area. It's garden related. I'll give you a clue. It makes me sound like a terrible husband. It is on the BBC website. I've just looked at it now. Wheelbarrow? No. Mega Tank 3? Definitely no. Garden tools? No. Gloves? No. Knee pads? That would make me sound like a terrible husband, but no. 25 bags of topsoil. What did you buy your wife for her birthday this year, Graham? Mud. I bought her bags of mud. And when I said, I can't just get you 25 bags of topsoil for your birthday. Come on, must be something else you need. She came back and said, I found something else that I want. A ton of horse manure. So 25 bags of mud and a ton of shit. That's what I bought my wife for her birthday this year. How bad does that make me look? Scissors to cut the grass. Yeah, no. We don't have grass that requires cutting at Aquarium Adventures. Have you tried Beer 52? If treated it, I can try, and referral code. I've not tried Beer 52. If anyone from Beer 52 is watching and they want to sponsor this live stream, I'm more than happy to. Why are you focusing on Brian? What's wrong with me? No. Okay, I'm just going to be out of focus for the rest of this stream. Fine. I hope it was green topsoil. It's the good stuff. It's the stuff that's bagged. It's not your lorry load of topsoil. So in the past, my garden, the person who lived in this house before we bought it, was into his golf in a big way. So the front garden and the back garden are all they're imitation holes of a golf course, but using AstroTurf. It's very, very expensive and fancy AstroTurf, but nevertheless, it's AstroTurf. So over the few years that we've lived here, we've taken down bits of it. So long-term viewers might remember me turning the bunker into the pond and getting the mini digger out and digging up part of it. So we've dug up. We're working our way through it. Let's put it that way. It's very expensive to get rid of. What's the word I'm looking for here? Very expensive to get rid of AstroTurf. It's not just a case of ripping it up. There's a lot of it. Anyway, so over the last few years, we've ordered tons and tons and tons and tons of topsoil, where they've come on big tipper trucks and all kinds of things, and given this topsoil where you've been like, oh, thank you for this pile of rocks with little bits of mud in between. And it can be really, it's quite the upheaval to sort through that crap to get it. So this stuff that I bought, it's the premium A-grade topsoil. I'm now trying to show off that I've got our good mud and primo shit. It saves a lot of digging. I don't know. Raised beds are handy. It'd be cheaper to just buy a pony. Yeah, well, literally across the road is a field full of horses where I'm like, why are we going somewhere else? We could just go over there with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. Who knows? But we've also got a bit of a thing where, I don't know how this happened, but at some point in the last 10 years or so, somebody somewhere bought her like a toy Highland cow. Or she bought herself a toy Highland cow. I don't know what happened. But a Highland cow was bought at some point, and every opportunity for presents ever since, for the last 10 years, has been some kind of Highland cow related present. So now in the living room we have a Highland cow poof, we have a Highland cow draft excluder, we have a Highland cow cushion, we have a Highland cow set of coasters, we have Highland cow this, that. So it's got to the point where this year she said, right, I don't know how it happened, but can you just stop with the Highland cow stuff? What I heard was, I really love Highland cows, can you get me even more Highland cow stuff than before? So this year I bought her a Highland cow t-shirt, or a Highland cow keyring, Highland cow mug, Highland cow plant pot, Highland cow pen, Highland cow diary, Highland cow, what else is there? Socks, Highland cow. So basically, everyone in the family, I've bought Highland cow stuff for her to give 3 or 4 different versions of Highland cow stuff. The only end goal I can see here is buying an actual Highland cow. So if anybody has any links or ideas, or how would I go about buying, just like a baby one, a small one? I don't want a full grown one yet. I'd like to look after it. How do I go about buying a Highland cow? Where do you go? Where do you shop for these things? So that's the only natural conclusion for this, is to just get an actual cow. I have a big garden. I'm sure it'll be fine. Or a field across the road I can use as well. I don't know. Mandy says, I feel that's about the amount she would need to fill in a human-sized hole. Yeah, 25 bags of topsoil. You're not wrong. Mr. G says, hello, hello, hello. Daytime beer, I've just woken up. Oh dear. Mary says, that's not bad at all. You got what you wanted. Some people don't listen and get you things you don't ask for. I feel bad about my Highland cow rant now. But yes, she did ask for these things. That's what she wants. Mr. G with the fishy question. What do I clean the BBA off my plants with? I forgot. I can't say this. Hydrogen peroxide. The most, like 3% concentration, I think is probably best for cleaning. It's at the other end of the room, but yeah. If you can spot dose under the water, in and around wherever the BBA is, that's good. If you can get it out, give it a scoosh, a bit of a spray, leave it for a couple of minutes, and then just wipe it off and put it back. It should be good. Find the stables, they'll give you it for the bill. That's where she's found this ton of it. It's from a stables that they're giving us it. We just have to go and Highland cows are so sweet though. They are. They're really good-natured cows, I've always found. Cows in general have been, I think, missold as the majority of the cows that I've met in real life have been angry bastards, but Highland cows have always been like, hey, like totally chill dudes. Or cow version of that, anyway. They're like the cow version of stoners. I think it's the haircuts. Mandy's going to say, I'm going to say the Highlands. No, I think there are Highland cows everywhere, surely. That's where they originated. That's where the name comes from. But where would you get a cow? Where does one buy a cow? They have to go to like a... Oh, I think I've just answered my own question. I was about to say, they have to go to like a cattle market or something. Yeah, probably. That's exactly where I have to go. So yeah, if you're here now and you've been here for a few years, wondering where all these side quests are going to go, this is going to end up with me owning a Highland cow. Sponsor a Highland... So that might be an interim thing. So we sponsor a Highland cow, and then we go and visit the Highland cow, and then one day we say, and now we're taking it home. Ha ha ha. She would both hate and love that. Mr. G, I grew up on a farm, once bought a Highland cow calf at Lanark Market and brought it home in the back of a transit van. Yeah, that's why I want a small one, because I can fit it in the back of the car. They're doing automated pets now. I'm sure you might get a Highland cow made. I want a real one. They chew lots because of the toffee they eat. Ba-dum-dum. The stuff Graham uses on his beard to make him look grey. The what? I don't use anything to make me look grey. I just look grey. Check for local auctions, get Farmers Weekly or look online, pick your calf and bid. There might be a localish breeder if you're lucky. Right. This is what the internet was invented for. How Highland cows near me? I feel this could give some dodgy results. Oh, there's a Highland cow experience near me. Why did I not know about this? England's best Highland cow experience. Enjoy us in one of our unique hands-on Highland cattle experiences, interacting with a pedigree full of Highland cows on a traditional working farm in Sheffield, Yorkshire. This is it. This is what I want to do. I need to book this for tomorrow. How do I do this for tomorrow? Oh, they've even done it right. It's Highland Cow. It's not cow. £50 per person. Lasts around 2 hours. Well, that's Christmas sorted. Some Highland cow cuddling. Oh yes, this is. I'm planning next year's birthday presents now. Maybe livestock. Oh, yeah, as soon as I said cattle market, I thought, yeah, we have cattle markets. That'll be exactly where. It says you can buy one for 2,000 to 10. Oh, I don't know about that. How much does a Highland cow cost in the UK? So you need about an acre per cow of grazing. Double that if you want to make your own forage in winter. Calf prices from 500. So calf prices around 500 to 1,500. Need to get a livestock license. Yeah, I think we can do that. £5-month-old miniature Highland calves, £415. I need to move my stupid head out of the way. Look at them! £415. Free shipping. How does one ship a Highland cow? Oh, that's her 50th birthday sorted. We're getting a baby Highland cow. Hope, if you're watching this, I'm sorry this is happening. I know you don't like I know you fake don't like your Highland cow presents, but an actual Highland cow, come on. A good halfway is to go up to Scotland and buy one, then you leave it at your mum's and you have an excuse to visit more often. I'm sure she would love that. Brian's got an actual question. If there's something you can work with, i.e. an old bath and a skip, and you take it, is it still theft? Oh, there's a rule about skips. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something to do with this. If the skip is covered, you're not allowed to take it. But if it's uncovered and it's on the street, you can take it. But if it's covered on the street, you can't. And if it's on a driveway rather than the street, you're not allowed to take it. Something like that. But I've never known anybody that has a skip that, if you're going to put something in a skip, you don't care what happens to it. As long as you don't make a mess, you can take it. To have livestock, you also need a yeah, I've seen you do need a livestock license, but that it seems to be fairly cheap to get one. You could get one, fatten up, and have a lifetime supply of burgers and beef hearts. Exactly. Like full use of the thing. So it's Mrs. Graham's birthday. Mrs. Graham, she'll love that. Victoria, or Vicky, you can call her Vicky. It's Vicky's birthday tomorrow and Mother's Day on Sunday. Very lucky late she is indeed. She's going to be spoiled rotten for this weekend. I'll bring the dogs down. We can rustle you one. That might be the perfect answer. I think the miniature ones. I saw Mary saying no license needed in the USA. I think the miniature one you might be able to get away without a license. I don't know. Well, this has taken an interesting turn this evening's live stream, hasn't it? Thank you to the whatever 30 odd people that are still here helping me decide what to punish my wife with. As of next year, we're calling you Graham Harriet. Indeed. Quite right. Right, no, I'm going to love you and leave you, everyone. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having you here. For next week, I'll have had a week off. I might even introduce a few new songs, and we can do a new feature where we try and come up with our own songs together. We'll do a bit of that next week. We'll have a bunch of new videos. I've also got the new heater video. We've got the waterfall video for the ponds. Various other ones that I want to get out, as well as ordering some new fish. So we might have new fish next week as well. So it's going to be a busy week. We'll have lots of things going on. But for now, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been emotional. Yeah, go and watch some videos. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Bye.